The Maricopa County Air Quality Department just launched its winter campaign to keep our air clean. But in the valley, air quality issues are a year-long battle.
A national report suggests that Phoenix has some of the worst air in the country. Meteorologist Krystal Ortiz joins us with a closer look at the valley's air problem.
Yeah, guys, we're all familiar with that hazy bubble that tends to hang over the valley. Each summer, we frequently see high ozone alert days, and then over winter, we have those no burn days making a return. So I looked into what exactly causes our pollution problems and how the county is trying to tackle them.
That's going to be on World Communion Sunday, actually.
Oh, okay. Over at First Christian Church in Scottsdale, Reverend Jenny Wynn chats with her parishioners. For her, the location of the conversation, indoors, can sometimes be as important as the content of the conversation.
I think about my breathing every day.
Reverend Wynn has lived with asthma since she was 2 years old, a condition that affects over 500,000 Arizonans. A big agitator, poor air quality.
I'm very aware of that every day because it'll send me into an asthma attack, and if I'm not careful, I end up in the emergency room.
She checks the air quality forecast each morning to see if a change of plans is necessary.
Say there is an outdoor rally or an event that's happening in the community that my presence would be good at, I can't go on those days because I can't be outside for those extended periods.
In Arizona, the limitations and frustration are frequent for asthma sufferers. In fact, the latest State of the Air report issued earlier this year by the American Lung Association suggests Phoenix leads the country when it comes to air quality issues.
You know, not all the time you can see air pollution. And so it's not always on the top of people's mind that it can actually impact your health.
According to Joanna Strother, the American Lung Association Senior Director, Maricopa County consistently receives failing grades for ozone and daily particle pollution. A new report is issued every 3 years, with the latest report analyzing data between 2018 and 2020. Nationally, the association ranks Phoenix 5th worst for ozone out of 221 metro areas monitored.
Ozone pollution acts like a sunburn to the lungs. And so people might experience coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath. It certainly impacts our most vulnerable populations, so children, seniors, people that already have compromised lung issues.
Ozone is most often an issue between April and September, during our hottest time of the year. And here's why. Ozone is formed when sunlight and heat, two things we have plenty of in the valley, interact with pollutants produced by vehicle and factory emissions. Simple things like idling a vehicle, drying paint, or pumping gas can create excess ozone.
We have lots of vehicles on our roadways. And so the transportation sector is one of the leading contributors to air pollution.
And as our world continues to warm, days with high levels of ozone are likely to increase. Phoenix also ranks 11th worst for daily particle pollution, also referred to as PM. While ozone is typically invisible, you can oftentimes see the results of high levels of particle pollution. For instance, a brown cloud of haze hanging over the valley after a windy day, a wall of dust crossing county lines, or even wildfire smoke lofted overhead.
What we look at in State of the Air report, that particle is so fine and lodges very deep down into the lungs, can also cause coughing and wheezing, asthma attacks, but also in severe cases can cause lung cancer and even premature death.
Again, climate plays a role. Wildfires across the West contribute to our problem, and as long-term drought continues to worsen, so does wildfire season. Over at Maricopa County Air Quality Department, they're hoping continued efforts to improve our air will bring passing grades in future reports. That means convincing the public to make small changes.
Our goal is to now focus more on outreach for the public because it does take individual habits to make a collective solution.
For instance, the department says air quality alerts aren't just a warning for at-risk populations to stay indoors. They're also a request for you, the public, to do your part.
The same way we opt to recycle a plastic bottle, you can opt to fuel after dark, like I said, telework, avoid the drive-through that one day.
The department runs several programs that aim to curb air pollution by offering incentives to the public, and the efforts have worked.
In the past 30 years, air quality has actually improved significantly because of increased regulation and awareness to the public, our outreach programs, education, all of that.
And it's not just individual changes. Legislation like the Clean Air Act have made a large dent in air quality issues across the country. To ensure compliance with EPA guidelines, the Maricopa County Air Quality Department inspects businesses and enforces code throughout the year.
We currently have pretty strict or very strict rules and regulations for businesses. We're one of the most strict here in Maricopa County when it comes to air pollution.
Even with strict rules and regulations, the Phoenix area still fails to meet EPA requirements for ozone. Just this September, the EPA reclassified the region's level of failure as moderate non-attainment, which tightens regulations on Maricopa County drivers and businesses. In fact, it's likely the county could shift into serious non-attainment by 2024, meaning even more strict and costly regulations.
This means that businesses and industries that would want to come here and create jobs, well, the permits are stricter because we have to apply higher and stricter and more advanced engineering controls. So those businesses may opt to not come to Maricopa County and go somewhere else where, you know, they're in attainment and it's not as strict.
And for Reverend Wynn, she hopes people pay closer attention to air quality alerts and take more individual actions to improve our air quality, not just for her health, but for generations to come.
We're doing this for our future children. We want our children to be safe and have healthy environments. We want people to be outdoors and take care of this planet.
So I mentioned the county is offering incentives to help improve our air quality. Well, check out the Fireplace Retrofit Program. This is on the Maricopa County's Air Department website. And you can see if I scroll down here, this different program offers 3 steps over 90 days where you will receive up to $2,000 to replace your wood-burning fireplace with a natural gas log set. So giving you money to swap to a more clean burning situation. So to learn more about this program, get some of the details here on the website. You can also learn about other cash vouchers that are offered through summer programs by going to our website, fox10phoenix.com.